Good evening, world. We're coming to the evening, right? It's coming to 5. It's 4:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Canadian Time. I hope you guys enjoyed my video I made earlier this morning. I watched that video, then I watched some YouTube clips, and I went to bed. And I passed out till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And every time whenever I set my alarm for 3, I wake up at 3. I always sleep till like 4. I sleep for another hour because I'm lazy. I feel lazy and I sleep for another hour, obviously. Then I sleep for another I set my alarm for 30 minutes. I sleep till 4:30. Then 4:45 I finally wake up. Yeah, I made a fresh coffee. Um, I made a fresh coffee like a couple minutes ago. So in a good 10 minutes, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. Obviously, get my coffee. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. Obviously, sir. Here's another eating food. Obviously, eating my breakfast. I'm eating my second breakfast. Second breakfast pretty much means like late breakfast, right? Yeah, it's like a late breakfast, obviously. What about second breakfast? Or Pippin and Lord of the Rings? That was funny, I'm son. You already had it. You had one yet. What about second breakfast? That was funny, I'm son. There's also comedy in Zanus too, by the way. You'll catch the comedy in Zanus. But some of the comedy I might tone it down because Zanus is a what? It's a rated R movie, obviously. It's a rated R movie, so Peter might tell me or Mel, Ivan, we need to cut out some of the comedy, obviously. We can include some of the comedy for some moments, but because Eric No More Devils, you're gonna have to tone down some of the comedy, obviously, when we write the script for Zanus, obviously. Like Job smokes a lot of weed in the book. Every 10 minutes he pulls out his pipe. he's a pothead, obviously. Peter might tell me, yeah, Ivan, you don't want to have him pull out his pipe every 10 minutes in the movie. We need to tone it down. Yeah. But make sure you have him smoking weed quite a bit in the movie. Because he is a pothead. Job is a pothead. So you're going to see Andy Serkis, he always has his pipe. Job is always high pretty much, right? He's a pothead, obviously. He loves smoking weed. You're going to see Andy Serkis with his pipe. He always has his pipe of weed. He smokes it. No saying, yeah. Job is not too bright either. He's not that bright of a man. He's a pothead and he's not too bright, obviously. He's Eli's hired caretaker. That's why I look at a master's I wrote, you know. I probably will add more scenes for Job in the movie. When you read the book, Job is not as. Job is what? Job is a supporting character, but he's not as major as characters like Lithia and all them, right? That's why I'm paying Andy Serkis a bit less. I'm paying him 7.8. Because he has a good chunk of scenes, Job, but he's not as major as the other characters, obviously. He has a lot of scenes. He has a lot of scenes in the book, obviously. But I'm probably going to add a few more scenes for him, for Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis will already have enough scenes in the movie. Because all the supporting characters, I know we have enough scenes. More than enough scenes for the movie, obviously. But Tactius is the main character of the story. When you read it, it's very clear Tactius is the main character of the story. And then Tacitonius and Cassius are major characters too. And Papyri. You meet Papyri in Volume 1. Papyri and Sirius are the only Southerners you meet in Volume 1, whereas all the other Southerners you meet them in Volume 2 of the book. Sarah? All the Southerners you meet them in Volume 2 in the book, obviously. You meet them in Volume 2. All the salads. Meet them in volume 2. That's why I look at Amazing Story, man. Best fantasy story ever written. Not the best book ever written. There's a lot of good books out there, but best fantasy story ever written. It's an amazing book. All the booktubers will be shocked with my book. Holy shit, I wrote a masterpiece. I'm enjoying his book more than I did all these fantasy novels. Yeah. Ivan kept me a lot more hooked than all these fantasy authors did. Ivan kept me hooked a lot more than all these fantasy authors did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. Because my book is a masterpiece. I wrote a man. That's why I'm looking at an amazing movie. Looking at the best movie trilogy ever. I don't think anything will top this. Looking at the best movie trilogy ever made. I think will top the Star Wars originals. George will even tell me, guaranteed George will even tell me, yeah, Ivan, I think your movie will top my original Star Wars trilogy. Yes, man. It will top his original Star Wars trilogy. Peter Jackson might, maybe not, because he has an ego, but he might tell me, yeah, Ivan, I think your movie will top my Lord of the Rings trilogy. It'll be better than my Hobbit trilogy. It'll be better than The Hobbit, obviously. The Hobbit wasn't that great. It was okay. It was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as The Rings. I think it will top my Lord of the Rings trilogy, Ivan. I'm picturing all the scenes in my mind. You're pouring all this money towards technology, towards the movie, man. You're looking at an amazing movie, Ivan. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Because Peter, it'll finally hit Peter's mind when I give him that 1,200 billion budget, or Mel Gibson that 1,200 billion budget. You know, and it's finally gonna hit their minds the kind of like movie you're getting, man. You're getting like an 8K world on revolution. You're looking at revolutionization of action sequences too, man. Like something unheard of with the action sequences. Like me and the actors are gonna be badass, man. Like, you're gonna see how badass John Boyega is. He's a Northern. You're gonna see how badass Digimon Su is. Because I'm pouring all that technology towards the action sequences. Yeah. You're gonna see how badass Idris Alba is, the King of Zayn. He's a warrior, the war, right? How badass Don Cheadle is, or Vigo. Most likely Don Cheadle. I'll choose. You're gonna see how badass Don Cheadle is, and even the Selvins too. They're gonna be pretty badass. So not as badass as the Northerns, but they're gonna be badass too, obviously. Because I'm pouring all that money towards the movie. That's gonna be crazy. But yeah, you're gonna see how badass I am in the movie. Yeah, how badass I am in the movie. Yeah, man. I'm badass in the movie. Yeah, man. I'm badass in the movie. Yeah. Today I'm happy because after I make this video, I'm gonna clean the shower. Like $11. 10, 50, $11. I can go to the store and get my pack of smokes. And I'll come back home and I'll enjoy the show with you guys and I'll watch some Grab Red. And I might maybe watch John Campia's Friday episode or his Monday episode. I didn't watch any of his videos this week. So I might check out his Friday episode maybe. See what happens. And at least I have a smoke for myself. I gotta wait it out for like 4 days. 4 days, obviously. 4 more days till my smoke. Almost 4 days are gonna go by fast, and I get my check. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna get my 12 beers. I'm gonna watch my show first, and then watch Rabbi's Resident Evil, and I'm gonna watch Avatar. Avatar: Way of the Water. It's coming on Disney Plus this Tuesday. So it's now out of theaters, obviously. It's now out of theaters. The Rainbow Cinema. There's a theater in Ottawa called Rainbow Cinema. They play like older movies. Movies that just got released out of theaters. They play those movies for like a couple months. They do that. It's a theater called Rainbow Cinema. So whenever a movie gets released, it's out of theaters. That cinema plays the older movies for like a couple months in their theaters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like Avatar might be available, but that theater is not as good as a theater. It's a smaller like independent cinema, smaller screen. In effect, it's not as good as like the Cineplex, obviously. Obviously, but it's a good theater. I went there. I used to go watch movies there all the time. Back like a couple years back, like 2019, I'd go there and watch. I don't feel like busing to St. Laurent, Ottawa. It's far. It's a far bus ride. I don't feel like busing there. Hull is not that bad. Hull is only like a 17-minute bus ride. The Elmer Cinema used to be here. It was like a 10-minute walk from home, but it closed down because of COVID. Obviously. That's why I was very mad when it closed down. Like, oh, are you kidding me? It closed down. You know what I mean? I can't. Man, had the Elmer Cinema been here, I would have watched Avatar and all these movies on theaters, man. Because all I have to do is just walk there. But now it's closed because of COVID, obviously. But I think in the future they're gonna build they're gonna. I think in the future they're gonna build an Elmer Cinema. I think they're gonna build a Cineplex in Elmer in the future. Maybe 10 years from now they're gonna build one. Like it matters. But I'm not gonna be living in Elmer in 10 years from now. I'm gonna be living in Vancouver. But I think in the future they probably are gonna build like a Cineplex theater in Elmer. Because everyone in Elmer either go to Ottawa or they go to Hull to see to see movies. Because there's no. They used to go to Elmer Cinema, but Elmer Cinema closed down. It's not there anymore. There's no cinema in Elmer anymore. Elmer only had one cinema. That's it. It's a small town, obviously. One McDonald's, one cinema, two subways. No, it has like three subways. Um, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a small place, obviously. It has like three Tim Hortons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's one bank. Yeah, Elmer only has one bank. One. When I mean one bank, I mean one. It has one Scotiabank, one CIBC, one Royal Bank, one TD Bank. So all the major banks are in Elmer, but there's only one of them. Whereas Ottawa has multiple of them. You know what I'm saying Hull has multiple of them. Whereas Elmer only has um, one bank, obviously. So there, it's a small little town. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do uh, next Friday when I get my check. Obviously, I'm sidetracking. Yeah, that's why Zane is so crazy. Why I was looking at unheard of for the movie, man. It'll blow the technology of James Cameron's Avatar out of the water. That's why James Cameron will be jealous of Peter and Mel, man. You're fucking lucky, man. I even gave you that kind of budget. I'm like, yeah, fuck, man. I wish Hollywood gave me that kind of money for my Avatar movies, but they're not. They can't afford to. You know, Hollywood, they only gave me $350 million, $400 million for Avatar. And my guess is they James Cameron put maybe 100 million, 150 million towards visual effects for Avatar. That's probably my guess around there. About that range of money. 100, yeah, I know that's accurate, yeah. 100, 150 million towards visual effects. The rest went to paying the crewmen and the cast, obviously. Because Avatar has what? Because Avatar has they hired cheap actors. Those actors are cheap. Sam Worthington probably negotiated for his millions now. He probably maybe made a few $1 million. The Zoe Saldana chick, whatever, has probably made a few $1 million. She's an A-list actor, a small A-list actor, obviously. Because everyone else probably got their shittier money. They probably got like 500, 400, $300,000 for the movie. Sarah. And you also have to pay. My guess is Avatar probably had a good 2,000 crewmen. You have to pay all the crewmen too. They all went to paying all the crewmen their salary, obviously. And you also have marketing costs. Marketing costs, the theater distribution fee. Yeah, Hollywood has to pay a theater distribution fee to put the movies in theaters. Obviously, and the theaters take a percentage. The theaters take a percentage. Before I thought the theaters took 100% of the ticket sales for English movies. I watched on Campo. They supposedly they take 33%, so they take a third. So I guess I was wrong. If John Campy's right, they take a third. The theaters take a third of the. They take a third of the film ticket sales, obviously theater chains. So Sarah, yeah. What I might do, when I'm king, obviously. But here's the thing, though. I would rather build my own theater chain than what. But the problem with building your own theater chain, it's a lot of fucking work, man. You gotta like, I don't feel like doing all that work. What I could do, I could contact AMC. I can contact Cineplex. Hey, man, I want to distribute my Zane's movie on theaters, but it's not gonna. It won't work. We can't do that either. Why? Because the other Hollywood movies, for your movie to work, obviously you have to have screenings in every single theater room, man. You can't just have like 3 screens. That's not enough because the whole world's gonna want to watch your movies. It's not fair to Hollywood companies that you have every theater every room booked for just your movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're paying us a fee. They want people to watch their movies too. It won't work. Economically speaking, it just won't work. Obviously, you see what I'm saying here? Because if I built my own theater chain, my theaters would just play my movies. So I'd have 16 rooms that are just playing my movies all day, and we booked all day long. Whereas AMC, they can't play all my, they can't book all, they can't have all the theater rooms play my movies because the Hollywood companies need to play their movies too. So economically speaking, it won't work. It'll take like months for the whole world to see, for everyone in the world to see my movie, the English speaking world to see my movie. So I'm saying you also have volume two, you have volume three. Economically speaking, it won't work. But chances are I will not be able to do that because I didn't sell. I didn't sell obviously. I have to keep everything is behind the scenes. I can partner with Amazon because Amazon is like they just link it like everyone buys it on their site. But AMC, in order for me to do partner with AMC, I have to sell obviously. The only way I can play movies in theaters is if I build my own theater chain, which I'm not gonna do, man. It's a waste of money. I don't feel like doing all that work. I won't be doing the work. I'll hire a developmental team to do all the work for me. But it's a lot of work. You have to meet with all the mayors and all that stuff in all the cities and all these countries in Europe and America and Canada. It's crazy. And Mexico. Yeah, even George will tell me, Ivan, don't do it, man. It's a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm not going to make enough money. I'm probably only going to make like 12 million bucks off my book. And I'm just going to partner with Amazon. Amazon, or I'll release it online on the digital streaming on my website. If Amazon does not agree to the deal, which they will. I'm not going to release it on digital streaming. Digital streaming is very unprofessional. Yes, it's more convenient. You can watch it wherever you are in the world. You travel to another country, you can watch it. You try to sign up to your account, you can still watch it, obviously. But digital streaming, the flaws of digital streaming is not as good quality as Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray. You see a difference in quality when you watch the movie. I mean, that's true. Yeah, it's not as good quality. 1080p, the sound is not as good. Blu-ray has amazing sound, enhanced vision. 4K Blu-ray is even better. Hence why I like 4K Blu-ray better than digital streaming, obviously. Digital streaming is very unprofessional. I don't like digital streaming. There's a reason why Rob made Burnett's a physical media collector, because physical media is where it's at, man. 4K Blu-ray is better than digital streaming, whereas John Hamby likes watching movies on streaming, obviously. More convenient, though. There's pros and cons to both sides. Physical media is not as convenient. You have to bring it with you wherever you are if you want to watch it. Digital streaming, you can watch it wherever you are. That's the good thing about digital streaming, but the quality is not as good. There's a catch. The quality of digital streaming is not as good as physical media. Physical media is better quality. 4K, I remember when I saw Transformers: Age of Extinction. I had the Blu-ray. I saw it in Blu-ray. I'm like, holy shit, this is an amazing experience. It's good quality, man. And I watched movies on Disney Plus. It's not as good quality. So I'm saying, still amazing quality, but it's not as good quality as 4K Blu-ray or Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray gives you an amazing experience. You get you get a nice box set. People even tell me, yeah, Ivan, released it on 4K Blu-ray, Ivan. That's top notch. And a box set, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Mel Gibson's like a box set. A box set, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, no, a box set. That's top notch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I signed the deal with Amazon, obviously. My deal is $72.28 for the deal. If Amazon's greedy, I'm like, guys, this is my final offer. If you don't like it, it's a deal. What about 70-30? No. 72-20. I want to make my 70%. I'm giving away 1% of my money to the actors in my 17. I want to make my 70%. So I want 71%. That's why my deal is 72-28. Because I don't want to make like 68, 69%. No, I want to make my 70%. So there. You take 28% of the profits. I take. So make sure you write 20% of the profits. Don't say gross or net. Just say profits. That way they don't dupe you, obviously. Well, the profit margin of the sale of the 4K Blu-ray disc and merch, you take 20% of that. I take 72%. Me and we just take 72%. See what I'm That's how it's gonna work. I take 20%. You take 72% of the profits. That's the deal for Amazon. And they'll accept it. It's a deal, Ivan. Like 20% of what we're making for your movie is more than like 100% we're making for all other products. Yes, you guys are gonna make your billions. I don't know if I make 25 billion bucks. You're gonna make what? You're gonna make what? I don't know, like 9 billion bucks. A lot. It's billions, man. More money than what all these big, big corporations in Hollywood make for all the movies combined in 1 year. So Sarah, Disney and Warner Bros. Only make a few billion bucks for all their movies, for the box office for all the movies in 1 year combined. They make a few billion bucks, and you're making your 9 billion bucks. I'm being humble here. They might make more. I might make more. I might make 30 billion, even 40 billion bucks. I'm just being humble here. But maybe I might make around 25 billion bucks. Amazon will make maybe 9 billion, 8 billion bucks. A lot of money. Jeff Bezos can pocket those billions for himself, which he will, obviously. He's gonna pocket a good chunk of it to himself, obviously. He'll probably put some of the money towards the company, but he'll pocket the majority of the money to himself because he's greedy, obviously. I'm pocketing these billions to myself. He's greedy, obviously. Yeah. I gave you a good deal. If you don't like it, I can easily be greedy and give you 20% and then take 80%. I'm nice enough to give you 20% because I'm nice. I'm generous. And money is not everything to me. I am greedy. I love money, but like it's not everything to me. That's why I'm willing to give 28% of the pie. When in reality, I should be giving you 20%. And I take 80. So Sarah, I'm generous enough to give you 20% of the pie because I'm generous, obviously. So Sarah. It'll be sold in a box set. The 3 volumes of Zanus. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and I'll have it come with a map that you can hang in your house. You open up the when you open up the disc, they put this map inside. When you open up the disc, you get this like nice this map. You get this small little poster map. You hang it in your house, something cool like that. You know, so Mel Gibson's like a map, Ivan. Oh, I'm like, yeah, a map. Peter's like, oh, a map of the north and the south. Oh, I'm like, yeah, Ivan, that's cool. Ivan, like a nice box set. Oh, I'm like, yeah, Peter, a nice box set. Holy shit, your company's top notch. Looking at an unheard of experience on 4K Blu-ray, Ivan. Put money into a theater system, looking at an unheard of experience, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Like, Peter, do you have a theater system at home? And no, Ivan, I don't. I recommend you build one. Yeah, Ivan, I'll put money into the theater system. I recommend you build an IMAX theater, like me and VJ. It's expensive, but you once you get your what, your once you get your $450 million or you made your $100 million, you can easily afford to put 400K. If you're cheap, you can put 400K towards a theater system. Or if you want to get a more expensive one, you can put $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million towards a theater system. Now, I'm going to do that, and he puts money into in an IMAX theater system. That way you get, because don't forget, we're filming the movie in IMAX theater. So if you build an IMAX theater, home theater, you're going to get the full IMAX experience. Whereas the world will get the IMAX experience, but not the full IMAX experience because they don't have IMAX TVs. They don't have an IMAX projector. They can't afford that. They're still going to get an unheard of experience, obviously, at home. I'm filming it in IMAX. Something unheard of. IMAX experience. Avengers Infinity War and Endgame was filmed in IMAX. It looked amazing, right? Yeah. I'm filming Zane's in IMAX. IMAX are the best cameras in Hollywood. So, give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. I lost track of time here. I made it like 20 some minutes ago, so I'm gonna go get my coffee. Be back in a sec. Don't hate me, I'm saying. Still really don't wait. everybody, I'm back. I went upstairs to get my fresh cup of coffee. Ugh. If you drink coffee, yeah, I drink a lot of coffee, man. Back when I was like 17, I didn't drink much coffee. Then once I hit 18 years old, I don't remember, but around that time I started to drink a lot of coffee, obviously. I love coffee. I love coffee, obviously. Hence why whenever you guys watch documentary, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see. I don't know. You're gonna see me every morning. I go to like Tim Hortons or like second cup. I don't like second cups coffee and Starbucks coffee as much as Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons has better coffee in my opinion. They're cheaper too. But second cup has really good desserts. They have cheesecake and all that stuff. You're gonna see me going to Tim Hortons or like McDonald's every morning and getting a cup of coffee with VJ. Or I might make coffee at home, but it's very rare I'm gonna get coffee at home. I'll just get what. Sometimes I'll make coffee at home. Sometimes I'll go to Tim Hortons and get my own coffee. Obviously, Tim Hortons a large coffee is only like $2. Tim Hortons is cheap, fucking cheap, obviously. Or I can put money into a coffee machine in my office. I might as well do that, right? I can put money into a coffee machine in my office, and my team they brew my I brew. I don't want to waste money though. I'm not gonna do that. Look, man, if you guys want to bring your own coffee, you have to either bring your own coffee from home, or you can go to the Tim Hortons, you can go to the Second Cup, the Starbucks, you can go to McDonald's and get your coffee if you want. I'm gonna get my coffee either at the store, at the fast food place, or bring my own coffee from home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Peter too. I'm not gonna provide Peter with coffee. The only time I'll provide Peter or Mel Gibson with coffee is the second year, third year, and fourth year. So second year I'll have Peter and them stay in a hotel while they oversee the four groups of people in Switzerland. I'm not gonna have Peter and them stay in suites because it's gonna drain the budget. Like Peter, for the second year, don't hate me. You're gonna be staying in a more standard hotel. Oh, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Guys, rent a nice hotel for all these guys, like a $300 night hotel. You know those nice standard hotels that everyone goes to? Yeah, a nice hotel like that with a pool, but not a luxury hotel. You're gonna drain the budget. And don't have him stay in suites. So Peter will be staying in a hotel with his wife Fran, Barry Osmond, and Guillermo del Toro. They're gonna oversee. Whereas the rest of my team, they have to stay in Vancouver to make more calls. And the third year, the team will join Peter and them in Switzerland, obviously. The accountant will stay with me for like a couple of weeks, and I send him back to Switzerland. And he comes back to Vancouver. That's how it's gonna work. The way I put him to work, because he won't have much work to do in Vancouver, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Peter and Mel will be in Switzerland the second year, overseeing the costume designers, mask designers, and weather workshop. Yeah, I want you guys constantly like keeping tabs on all these guys, see how they're doing and all stuff. You have to stay there for a good year. For a good year. I'll have them. I'll have Peter and them in Switzerland. I'll fly them into Switzerland around like I don't know, like around April around there. You can fly them in. But Peter, I'm also gonna have to fly in Peter for the ad shoot. So Peter will be busy. He'll be busy overseeing all the stuff in Switzerland with his wife, Barry Osmond, Guillermo del Toro, the four groups of people. I'm gonna have the construction crew start building like halfway through second year. So you give them time, the sets obviously. You also have to fly in. Okay, Peter, you're gonna be flown in for the ad shoots, for the magazine ad shoots and the interviews, the teleconference interviews featured on my Sky Source News section of my website. Yeah, you have to get an interview for that. You'll be busy, obviously. Obviously, so Peter will be having a blast. Yeah, Peter, you guys won't be doing much work. You also have to oversee some business too. Obviously, hey, the extras get all the cards. You know what I'm saying? How many extras signed up? You have to keep tabs on that. You know what I'm saying? How you have to Peter has to constantly keep tabs on my account. How much money got burned? Yeah, how much of the 40 million got burned for the costumes, armor, and weapons? How much money got burned so far? Yeah. Only like 14 million got burned for the costumes, armor, and weapons so far. Only 7 million got burned for the costumes so far. Samsara. How much money got burned for the set building? Yeah, even a good like 8 million got burned for set building so far. Samsara. That way, me and VJ know, and I know how much money got burned. You have to keep track of all that. Yeah. and Peter has to fly, or Mel Gibson they have to fly to Vancouver to do the updated ad shoots. Ad shoots the second year and the commercials too. Hey Peter, you want to do one commercial? I'm more than happy to do a commercial. Okay, I'll fly to Vancouver. You got to do a commercial with the actors, and you got to do the ad shoots. Be me, VJ, and second year will just be me, VJ, and Peter featured with the stars, the 12 stars. Or I'll have either 12 or 14, 13 stars. Because the actor for Sirius is a pretty major character too. He's just as major as all the other characters, obviously, Sirius. See what I'm saying? So I'll have 13 actors. Was the actor for Fool? I'll have 14 actors featured with me and Peter. Because Fool is a major character, and Sirius is a major character. Whereas Morale is pretty major, obviously. So I'll have the actor for Fool and Sirius featured too. So 14 of my stars will be featured with me and Peter and VJ for the ad shoots. You see all of us together, you see this professional ad shoot. Yeah, it looks like top notch. I'll hire 14 interviewers. Or I'll just have the 12 featured. But the actor for Sirius, I'll have him featured on the posters. He gets his merch money, but he won't be featured on. He won't be part of the commercials or the ad shoots. Because 12 is enough people. It's a lot of people. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, yeah. So Peter and Mel will be featured with me and all the stars. Obviously, show my camera.